My name's Adam Lyons and I'm a dating coach, currently ranked third best in the world and number one in the UK. And today I'm going to give you my top 10 dating tips to help you find the person of your dreams. Number one, don't be afraid to approach. There are so many people out there who are so scared to just say hi to somebody walking next to them that they miss a million opportunities a day. You're sitting on a train or on a bus and a girl walks past you. If you don't actually say something to her, you are never ever going to meet that girl again. On the other hand, if you just say hi and get talking to her, next thing you know you might swap phone numbers and she could be the woman that was actually meant for you. Your average male only meets 6 girls in his entire lifetime that he has a relationship with. If you just go out in 1 week and say hi to somebody every day, you're going to almost double that figure. So go out there, have the confidence, and start approaching. Okay, number 2, meeting somebody doesn't mean you're dating. Just going out and being friends with somebody and talking to them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a relationship. It's actually a cool thing to just get used to talking to random people. Go out there, add people to your life. Tip number 3, you want to go about increasing your opposite sex social life. That means that if you're a guy, you want to go out there and you want to make sure that you're getting female friends. Guys find it really easy to relate to each other, and you'll find out you're going to have an entire social group of guys, which of course makes it really difficult to meet girls. When you're younger and you're in secondary school and college, it's really easy to meet girls, but as soon as you lose that environment, it becomes difficult, and messing around in the workplace is really not a good idea. So don't be afraid to, when you are meeting new people in the street, to invite them out. Invite them out to come and party maybe once a week or once a month and get used to interacting with members of the opposite sex. Tip number 4, make sure you don't over-invest initially. When you first meet somebody, you don't want to go out there and try and prove to them how great you are or go out of your way to try and help them with their life. The biggest thing when you first meet somebody is just to set a bit of a groundwork, kind of an even level field. Otherwise, they're going to find you just a little bit too easy, a bit too eager, and it's going to be very easy to take advantage of you. Before you know it, you've ended up buying a drink for absolutely everybody in the bar, and you're going home alone. Number 5, this is a big one. Touching is incredibly important. If you're not actually touching somebody when you're talking to them, then when you do go for that first kiss, it's going to be really awkward. You also want to make sure that you're not giving bad touches, which is like prolonged, weird, kind of creepy touching. When you first meet somebody, just occasional touches with the back of your hand to their arm, or just a gentle rub on the shoulder to emphasize a point. When you do eventually go for that kiss at some point down the line, it's going to be a lot easier. Number 6, make sure you get somebody to talk about their actual life. Surface conversation is the kind of stuff we have all the time. We talk about our day, about our work, about our job, we've got pets. This is the same kind of rubbish conversation you have with absolutely everybody. Make sure that you're actually getting deep and down and talking about their ambitions in life, how they feel about their coming years and what they're going to be doing far off into the future. Rather than just asking about what family members they have, try and find out about what they're doing. Do they have a little sister that's trying to become a dancer? Get them to open up and talk about themselves on a really deep emotional level. The more comfortable they are doing this with you, the much more likely they are to become attracted to you. Number 7, this one's really important. So you've got to handle the logistics. If you're not organising everything in advance of when it happens, then as soon as there's a mistake that comes up, it's going to really mess you around. Silly things like knowing where you're going to go on a date before you go there to make sure you don't stand out in the rain in a queue, or even making sure you've got protection by the side of the bed. These are the silly little mistakes that people make that make what could be a great night suddenly a really awkward story that you're going to be telling your friends for years to come. Number 8, do low-pressure dates. One of the biggest reasons people don't go out on a first date is because they're worried that this is suddenly going to turn into a big relationship. Instead, keep it light and fun and flirty. A quick half-hour coffee, or maybe just meeting up for a quick ice cream and then disappearing again afterwards. Or even an activity. One of the best dates is when you actually go out and do something fun, like dodgems, or maybe you could go and try your hand at a quick game of badminton and then disappear off afterwards. Anything that's fun, short and quick, and it's not going to kind of give an idea that you're looking for a full-on relationship just on that very first date. Number 9, don't create awkward situations. It can be really easy for you to take a girl home and suddenly you misunderstand the situation, you misinterpret it, and you take things one step too far and it makes it a little bit awkward. Relax, take things easy. If they're not moving the way you want, then don't be afraid to say to her, you know what, I really like you, but just as a friend. By you beating her to that punchline, you're going to make sure that not only do you keep the upper hand and never have to worry about her turning around to you and saying, I like you, but not in that way, but also you give yourself a chance to add a new friend to your social group, and maybe end up dating one of her other friends. You don't have to go for the first girl you meet. Number 10, and this is probably the most important of all, don't worry about any one individual person. Your ideal person is out there, and the only way you're going to know them is to actually spend some time with them. And if you spend time with somebody but they just don't like you, or things just aren't going well, then obviously that's not the right person, and you can simply move on and meet the next one. The amount of people there are in the world, it's incredibly easy for you to simply go out and start talking and meeting somebody else. Of course, you're only going to do that if you go back to point 1 and you're actually approaching people.